competition. Will this be it, or will we see something else from the greener side of things? Here are your casters, Naisu and Leo. Take it away.
The Falcons' wings might be clipped. Can they gain a flight and get a game under their belt to extend the series here, or will Team Liquid Philippines stampede all over the dreams of Team Falcons? We're going to find out. We jump to Landon once again, everybody. I'm Naisu and this is Leo to bring you Game 3 of this best of 5. And man, oh man, has it looked bad for Team Falcon so far.
They need an updraft. They need a little bit of a breeze. And I think the speed that this draft they got in Game 3 might serve that up. Very sustainable in the gold lane. That Bane, the Khalid and Ogwyn. Few's been holding on to this. And come on, it's old versus new. Uranus versus a sexier Uranus.
Oh, we mentioned there, earlier, it's a cosplay battle, man. But this time around, I got to say, I want to lean towards, I'm happier that Flap went with the Uranus.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because like
simpler wins?
I think that might be the case for Flap, man. Ogwyn? Yeah, he's going to get away. But like, I think he needs that because the Alice in Game 1 was not it. He tried to do things on the Arlott in Game 2, had a little bit of success, but now you put a Uranus in the hands of Flap. I feel like this might be an opportunity for him to go ahead and just do what he needs to do and be that upfront guy to then give space to Super Marco to shine on this Bane here. Maybe that's a part of it.
Those bespectacled gentlemen up in the higher benches did mention that if you put a hero like Uranus on Flap Teasy, you kind of buy time and space for the other half of the map so Marco can farm. Now Ogwyn here put down an inch away from his death, didn't even bother to flicker. He's like, I know you can't kill me.
Which is surprising because I think given the situation, I almost expected him to flicker there. Again, he still has the quick sand guard, so that's going to be fine, but also, mind you, we are on a turtle, though. This might bring into a fight. They're going to jump in.
Mount Shocker already thrown out that boat. Real-world manipulation coming in. Carl Easy secures. And they can get out of dodge, but no! They force the engage. Sanford gleams on out of here. I think Ogwyn and Flap want more. Liquid ain't giving any.
Yeah, no, there's good zoning there. Oheb in trouble. Whoa!
Did not see him coming! Oheb thought he could fight back, but instead, Marco flickers in and spits on that thing.
He shaked that thing.
He shaked it.
Man, the Bane. We were wondering if it's going to pop up. It pops up here in Game 3. And this is a great thing that Team Falcons need in order to go ahead and get themselves in a position. They might be relying on everybody's favorite gold lane hero right now, Bane.
He's been my favorite hero for about half a decade now.
Yeah, that's true.
And what makes it so good is, sure, Liquid got a turtle, but Falcons got the best target, the gold laner. They took down Oheb.
Yeah, they did. And that's a great way to go ahead and stop him from getting the leads he's had the previous 2 games. Now, it's not anything big. You can see this here. It looks like Super Marco's just going to rush the Holy Crystal.
Yes.
Just get that damage.
That's what you do.
Get that Deadliest Catch and get that heal.
If you're not in any immediate danger, you just greed out and say, I'm just going to go for the Holy Crystal. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, man, that's a scary thing to think about, you know, of TLPH. But, again, we have to see if Team Falcons can maintain that kind of pressure, man. Like, they got to be able to utilize that. And, you know, if you think about it, that would be a great setup utilizing the Khalid they brought to this game. If Ogwyn can actually get a setup that he's looking for, because, again, in Game 2 with the Matilda, he wasn't really able to do that. You know, a lot of the times they were just collapsed down on, they had to get disengaged, but with the Khalid, I think it's a different story. The panel even said, give him a hero that can be annoying. Well, I think this is one of the heroes other than the Hilda that was banned out to be that hero for Ogwyn.
All right, Few catches Carl easy on him, goes up and takes a disguise. But Carl ain't having any of it. Takes a few shots away, not just from the turret, but from the Mount Shocker. Kyle takes him down. And JP does try to bring out the extraction point, but it's too little too late. There's no jungler for Liquid coming into the second turtle. Now they take down Ogwyn. Liquid with a vengeance.
Oh, I was just going to say that's a great opportunity for them to take this turtle, but now that Ogwyn's gone down, they're just going to wait for Carl to be back here.
Yep, here he comes. Via the flying cloud as Oheb gets popped by Marco once more.
That doesn't feel good. You know, that's Super Marco's eaten well this game, at least for that. They're still going to go ahead and contest this turtle. They don't want it to go in the hands of Carl Teasy, but he does just grab it easily. Sanford will flicker on out. Oh, disengage.
There's a glorious pathway. JP and the rest of Liquid can actually choose the fight that they're going to pick, but he gets trapped between 4 members of Falcons. How about some roast horse, everybody?
Yep. JP goes down. Right now, Team Falcons in a better position than throughout the entire of the series. Yes, it's not a major lead or anything like that, but they're sitting good. I would say even again, this pressure they've been putting in the gold lane at Super Marco now. Whoa! Goodbye, Sanford. Oh, hold on.
Real manipulation trying to punish Flap. They do get him, but I'll tell you now, that's still a good trade for Falcons.
They also get that turret, so great play on the macro sense of things here. I'm not sure if O's going to go for Oheb. If he dies here again, that's going to be crucial for TLPH. They're going to have to help Oheb get back into this game. Traction pulse used up, but it's just JP that gets grabbed into it.
See, that's the thing. It's difficult for Liquid to put Oheb in a spot where he can farm freely and safely. There's so much going for him. A chubby old crab man with a cannon for an arm. You have a Korean legit historical figure going around who can see the map. That's what's missing, I think, vision. Liquid doesn't have the same kind of vision that Falcons does.
Yeah, they don't have that vision, but they have the box. The panel mentioned, whoa!
We just skipped it for a second and Carl pops. Marco, how?
What just happened? I did not expect Super Marco to go down just to Carl Teasy when he was up there on that side.
I thought it was the Bane that randomly bursts people. What's going on? Flap Teasy gets the glory pathway and the railroad manipulation on him. Throwing out that Mountain Shocker. Too much damage. Oakwin gets popped by Oheb. Baby cakes are clapping back. 2 for free. Make that 3 for Count and Marco, who just comes in on a cloud. That's hilarious.
What just happened, man?
Liquid Stampede.
They stampeded, started with the perfect target. It was Super Marco.
60, man.
That's just what they do. And now this third turtle. Mind you, I think throughout the series, Carl Teasy has all the turtles in his hands, man.
He does?
I think so.
Literally. I think 6, 8, 9 in total.
9 turtles. And again, objectively, TLPH is just playing better. Even if they lose some of these turrets or some of these deaths in the early game, they're able to go ahead and find these moments where it just turns the game in their favor.
Pretty sure that's not how the Animal Kingdom works. Goats do not have a strict diet of turtles.
Hey, you heard him in the opening. What is it? The game's chasing him now.
Yep.
He's not chasing the game anymore. He's completely, he's on new, is this New Game Plus?
This is New Game Plus. Game of the Year edition.
Game of the Year edition, New Game Plus for Carl Teasy right now.
Hey. Our game did win a few awards at the Mobile Game Awards this year, so
that's true. That's true. You're
right
about that one. Oh, this is good.
And Ogwin gets caught by the glorious pathway. Daddy JP means business, alongside 3 other members of Liquid. Oh, they force him to go the other way. The conceal from Ogwin. This is just a matter of time.
Run, Ogwin.
Formality. Ogwin can't even sacrifice himself to the turret. He's wasting their time.
He's wasting their time, and look at up top. He's bought enough time for Super Marco to go ahead and push into that.
That's an execution. Oh, but still few falls as 40 finds him. Throne of Ruin, able to slow the assault. He might go down here. Kyle Teasy throwing out these swords and arrows and swords. Finally he falls, and in mid, Flap Teasy pushing them all back.
Okay.
Some peace and quiet for a second here.
I would say that wasn't so bad for Team Falcons. Yeah, they lost a couple bodies. They were able to get the tier 2 up top. That whole thing that Oakland started by let me tell you something, running off on his own. Yeah, bought him enough time to go ahead and at least get a turret. Now, in the grand scheme of things, is that going to change much? Right now, TLPH is still in that driver's seat. They're able to go ahead and control this because the Lord is coming up in about 15.
It feels like it's slowing the inevitable. But if that happens one more time, if some way, somehow, Falcons shrink this 800 gold lead from Liquid and maybe take it up to their side, put it at about 2,000, 3,000, then maybe Marco can be once again that force of nature that gets them on the board.
If somehow Marco bursts one of the crucial members of TLPH.
Carl
or Oheb?
Or even Sanji, maybe?
Even Sanji. He could burst.
Any of these cores.
Yeah. If he bursts, basically if he bursts anybody, that's a big help for Falcons into this Lord. I think they'll take their time though, because again, they were fighting into a box of Sanji. Sanji, with this whole epik was highlighted in the panel of being deadly. Oh, whoa!
Carl Teasy here!
Oh!
Tango with death against 2. And now Oheb barely alive. Mount Shocker, they know how low he is. They see him. Sanford, Throne of Ruin, but it's not enough to stop Falcons from taking him down. Few falls, no trades for Liquid, and it's just a free pickoff. Liquid overextended.
Man, a whole lot was thrown there. Ogwin is on that side. I don't know if they're going to start the Lord off of that. It was only Sanford that goes down. He'll be up in 12, and remember, this is Flying Clouds. so we can join in this fight, but it looks like they're going to try to at least blitz it a little bit. Oh no, TLPH is back for this fight. They want to wait for Sanford to be up. They drop down the pathway.
Lord is very low. Kyle DZ secures, and the arena goes wild. Kyle gets popped by Carl. Carl DZ looking to survive, and he will, but only for a second more. An amazing sandstorm by Ogwin, plus a deadly catch by Marco. And now it's just Sanford left. 40's holding on against 3 members of Falcons. This is nigh impossible to win, but he might take down Super Marco, but he won't, as Marco spits on that thing. It's a wipeout.
It's a wipeout that Team Falcons needed, and my God, what a raging sandstorm from Ogwin to set that thing up and capitalize on what Team Falcons did.
Falcons used Carl TZ's anger and vengeance and forced him to overextend, equal to the rest of Liquid overextending, and then they caught him with that 2 ult combo.
They got him, man, and you're seeing it. This is the switch. This is the draft. And I'm talking about the gust of wind that these Team Falcons needed here. It's a step in the right direction. It's not going to win them the game just yet unless somehow they're able to get the right targets down. This Lord is making its way towards the base of TLPH. And they're going to try to hold it here. They drop down the Glorious Pathway. But where do they go? Deadliest Catch drop down 2. They're going to clear out that Lord. Takes a couple hits on the turrets, but they maintain the top and mid turret.
It's damage control mode for Liquid. As for the first time in this whole series, 3 games in, they are down 3,000 gold, and they're staring down Falcons push across all 3 lanes. I'll tell you now, Joseph, looking at a Bane on the opposite side, looking at it at 6-1 and 2, it's not a good feeling.
It's not, man.
It's scary.
Especially when he's waddling in front of you, man, and if you get to see him on a cloud, even more so is it devastating.
Crabs aren't supposed to be that high up in the sky. That's how God meant him to go.
I've been asking for this since the regular season. I wish we had a Bane cam.
Oh my God.
You know?
Dude, Sky Piercer on the Bane.
I wonder how many stacks he has. Are we able to check how many stacks the Bane has?
Minimum 4.
Minimum 4.
Minimum 4.
Dude, he's got and he just got the wings. So he's even faster now. And shielded.
A little more sustainable, as if the single click on the ale wasn't enough.
Yeah, he's a little more chunky now, I'd say. You know,
he's all tummy.
Yeah, this is, I don't know.
Oh, passive push up top 2. All right, Liquid answers back.
All right, what can TLPH do here? I mean, as much as I gotta say it's looking a little dicey for TLPH, you can't count them out. Just like we were saying that in the previous game with Team Falcons. This kind of lineup, you even saw how tanky Sanford can be on the Alice, but I think even to an extent, they just got caught in a bad team fight position. Oheb has struggled, and I think this is the sentiment here with our gold laners right now. You know, the typical heroes that we usually see, they're having a really hard time in the current meta.
Yeah, I think what you could call that whole situation where they got wiped out is a string of bad decisions.
Yeah.
And hard punishes from Falcons. That means if Liquid answers half of that equation with better decisions going into the late game, and they should be fine. They only really have to worry about Falcons' positioning, Falcons' propensity to go for that 2 ult combo, which is so devastating. Liquid got caught from out of nowhere with that. They got clocked. They got gassed immediately. So if Liquid can see that, then they should be fine. It's easier said than done, obviously, because Falcons has better vision overall.
I think Ogwin's trying to do exactly what he did before. He's going to be spotted out there by Sanford, though.
Yep, stuffed out.
Are they going to just go ahead and stop them? They're going to go for this Lord, though. It's for the taking.
Traction Pulse zoning out Liquid. As Sanji Falls didn't even get the use of most of that real-world manipulation. Sanford comes in, taking down Marco. A huge shutdown for the Apex Predator. He's still alive, but just barely as Kyle takes him out. 2 for 1 the trade. Ogwin wants to get to the back line, taken down Oheb, but the Filipino sniper survives. In comes Carl TZ. Suddenly Falcons are so chunky, even a Lancelot can't put a dent on him.
Ooh, that could have gone way worse if Oheb went down too, but man, Sanji deleted in that fight. They lost a ton of damage on the profile here for TLPH. And for Team Falcons, they're walking in with this next Lord toward the base.
More than just damage, I think it's the utility. It's the box that Sanji provides that was so important for Falcons to find and to neutralize. Oh my God, Carl TZ put down 1/8 of his health. That was scary.
Yeah, he's gonna go back, heal up there, dealing with this Lord. They do have the waves cleared out though, so they'll be able to clear out the Lord. They lost another base turret. They're trying to hold on to this bottom one. They'll post up around it, and they should be able to maintain this last base turret unless Team Falcons decides to do something, and they won't.
This is not how Stallions are meant to live. This is not their natural habitat. A closed off space just inside your base where Falcons cordon off, where you're allowed to roam. They need free range. They need a lot of land mass. And Liquid are denied that. Falcons are up 5,000 gold. I'll tell you now, worse than the amount of gold is, again, the lack of vision and effective space to move around. That's why Ogwin is capable of finding Oheb so easily.
Yeah, this, like I said, this is a tough game for Oheb. You know, you can see he's got some items, but he's not going to have any stacks, or literally no stacks at all in the Sky Piercer, but also...
He owes stacks.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the defensive items he needs either to withstand that. He's literally relying on his dash and the flicker.
But that's the thing. Would you build a defensive item on a Granger in this case? Yeah, because you're still lacking damage. Is there... All right, this is rhetoric, but is there enough damage on Carl DZ to scare Falcons? I tell you now, no.
No.
He's been puncturing through dudes for the better part of the past 5 minutes to no effect.
And that's what I'm saying, man. It's hold on, Stanford, okay.
That is the Mountain Shocker and the Traction Pulse already. Okay, so Liquid standing their ground, forced out 2 ults.
They forced out 2 ults. I think if you look at this too, again, this is one of those situations where TLPH is in that position where we need those items, and by that I mean especially on Sanford and especially on JP to go ahead and tank up a lot of what's being thrown at them. But even so, if they have those items, it's also protecting Oheb. A Super Marco can appear from anywhere. So Oheb, the problem, like, put yourself in Oheb's shoes. He's got to keep his head literally on a swivel, man, like 360. He's got to look for Ogwin and Super Marco. They can appear from anywhere.
He needs more than a third eye. He needs a 4th, a 5th, a 6th.
Yeah.
There's so many things coming at him, and he's the only real reliable source of damage, because Carl DZ has to think of the retribution too. See, a lot of these wipeouts, they happen pre or post Lord, because they come from that moment, that singular need.
I mean, if you really think about it too, Leo, like, even if Sanji, if he sets up the RWM, he's like a sitting target. Like, he might be, like, he's not getting the full use out of his RWM in a lot of these fights.
Not in the last Lord. Mountain Shocker coming in. Kyle TZ sees all of them.
Oh, look at Ogwin
posting up. Oh, I don't know if Oheb knows.
Did they get information here? Sanji and Oheb both there. Ogwin going for the back.
Glorious Pathway dropped in. Kyle TZ secures it. Look at the back. Ogwin totally misses as Oheb dashes on out. Sanford taken out.
Oh, they survive. Oh!
And in comes Marco. Carl TZ, Oheb and JP retreat
Marco!
for the price of the Lord. This is not worth it.
Super Marco's waited all series for this, and he finally gets it on the Bane. They'll clear out the Lord, and they're ready to go for Carl TZ. Tries to delay it.
And it's just delaying the inevitable as Team Falcons PH get on the board, denying the sweep.